Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to start working on the GTO. First thing we're going to do is work on the radiator and electric fans and the top radiator support. So let's get to it.
Here we go. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass.
Alright, so if you watched the last video or previous videos, you would know about this car. This is my 71 GTO convertible that I've been restoring for about 9 years. I've had it for a while. I've had the car for a lot longer than 9 years, but I've been restoring it for about that long. That's when I took it apart about 9 years ago. Lots of stuff is done, undercarriage, motor trans, etc. Now it's just finishing up the body work and getting it ready to paint and then putting it back together. Me and the guys, they helped me out on Wednesday. We put the hood on. I kind of got a little bit of line. I have an issue which I had before where when you close the hood, I guess I could show you. Let's open the hood up here. Alright, so when you put the hood down, it goes down fine. I just spent some time adjusting up the hood. You can see here the hood doesn't close properly. You have to actually give it a push down and then it goes down, and even now it's still kind of up. There we go. If you give it a good push, then it goes down pretty good. The issue there, I believe, is the hood hinges, bent or worn. I mean, they're the original ones. It's been like that ever since I've had the car. So I actually just ordered some new ones from Goodmark. Ordered them from Summit Racing, but they're from Goodmark. They're pretty affordable, brand new. I got both sides. It seems like that one's okay, but I figured I might as well get two while I'm at it, so they're both new and working exactly the same. Let's open the hood and take a look at what we're gonna do. The radiator that's in here is actually a Summit brand radiator that I bought. Aluminum 2-core, thick 2-core type, and it is slightly narrower than the original one. I'm also running electric fans. I had a Taurus fan, but then I had, if you had seen videos of the S10 build, I had got this fan set up. It's off an Intrepid or something like that, and I decided to use this one instead because it looks better and it's got two fans and all that kind of stuff. What I want to do today, or start on at least, is that this is made of metal, this cover, because originally it had plastic fan shroud that covered it, which I'm not using anymore. So I want to make this out of aluminum. I have some sheet aluminum right here. I'm going to bend up a new one, try to make it a little nicer. Trying to decide what to do here. This little bit of a kind of a tab hanging off here. So I don't know if I should just cut this off and then make kind of this exactly the same, or if I should change this a little bit. I don't know, we'll see as we get into it. I also, when I made this originally, it goes like this, which doesn't look very good. So I kind of want to make it so that it covers, at least covers up to the edge of the radiator on both sides. So I probably will extend this to somewhere around here. Yeah, so probably make something out of cardboard first and then cut it out on the aluminum and bend it up. Alright, so there's the two pieces I cut off. And now you're just left with that, and then I'm just going to add on a piece that'll look exactly like this on both sides. Here's the pieces. So I made this one here. It's quite a bit bigger. Fits in there. And then a smaller one for this side. And that just fits in right there. I'm going to weld those in now, and we'll see how it turns out. There's the one side. There's the other side. And then, as you can see, before, this only went to like here. Now it's going to go all the way to here. So when I make the new aluminum piece, I'm going to make it go all the way to the end, and it's going to kind of wrap around the cap so that it'll just look nicer and cleaner here when you see it all done. So next I'm going to take some measurements and cut this aluminum. What I ended up doing was taking this piece, rectangular tubing, using it as a guide, and just cut this off out this piece with the cutoff wheel. Then what I did is I laid it on here the way I want it, and it covers the cap. So I'm going to make a hole in here so that it actually sits down over top of the cap, and then the cap will go on. And then once that's done, then I'll have to bend the lip here to go down to hold it on. I found a hole saw. This should be the right size. And kind of how I freehanded this hole, but it's got to be kind of over more to here. So, oh. A little bit of WD-40. And there we go. Sweet. All right, so there it is. Kind of how it's gonna sit. Basically like that. The hole for the cap. And then all I need to do now is I'll have to mark it here at the end and then bend it down for the lip here on the edge. I made it kind of long. I don't know. I might have to cut some of this off, but I wanted to make sure I didn't make it too short. And then I think I might probably bend the slight edge here too on both sides, so I made it a little extra long on there too. I tried bending it between the two pieces of rectangular tubing like I had done before with some other stuff. It didn't quite work as good because the aluminum is pretty thick and it doesn't bend as good. So what I ended up doing is putting in the vise and just bending it in kind of sections. And now I'm going back in sections using this rubber mallet so it doesn't damage the aluminum surface, and then just flattening it this way. So of course I'll have to do some smoothing and all that kind of stuff, but it should work okay. Like usual, if I had a metal brake, I guess I could have just bent it in there. I know what they say with aluminum, you can anneal it where you heat it up and it makes it more pliable. I guess I could have done that, but so I'm gonna just keep bending this and we'll see what happens. Here's where we're at now. I got it kind of mounted on. I drilled the 4 holes. I ended up bending the lip here over nicely. And then I did the same thing kind of on this side here. The only thing I'm unsure of is for the overflow bottle, I can't really get at where it needs to go. So either I have to notch this for it, or I'm thinking about just cutting the end off here, like right here, so that this is open. It'll give more room for the cap. It'll still cover here nice. I think that'll still look pretty good. And then I just need to do some hammer dolly a little bit to smooth it out, sand it to get it looking a lot smoother, which is obvious because I've been beating on it with a hammer to bend into shape. I probably should have went with some thinner aluminum for this, but this should work out okay. That's all I'm gonna do tonight, but tomorrow we will start on the radiator and mounting these fans right here on it. I have, where did I put it now? This aluminum here, I am going to cut some little spacers, drill and tap them, and then they're gonna get welded onto the radiator like here and here on 4 spots, and then it'll kind of bolt on like factory. So yeah, let's get at this tomorrow. So it's a couple days later. I'm out here working on the car again. I ended up cutting this end off here, open this up, which I think looks pretty cool. Covers all that, plus it exposes this part, and it gives me to put the overflow hose, which is going to go from here to here. This is a little small of a barb fitting, so I need to get probably a bigger one. But so what I'm doing now is I have it bolted on. It's all fitting pretty good, and I started sanding. And if you might be able to see, I know it's hard to see, but wherever it's kind of dark, that's a low spot from like banging it. So now I'm kind of I'm just sanding it. Right now I got some 150 grit on a Durablock, and so I'm sanding it to take those low spots out. I might have to pull it off and then use like a hammer and a dolly maybe, and like hammer it down to bring it up a little bit, but I want to get it nice and smooth, and then once it's smooth then it can be polished or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna keep sanding on it and I'll show you my progress. Oh yeah, and I have glasses now. These those other glasses you might have seen before were reading glasses. These are actual glasses, which is cool because I can see things now, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna get to sanding this. I don't know if you can really see, maybe. I mean, you can see how satiny it is now. But I actually took the flap disc and I kind of went over this part here where the low spots were to kind of cut it down a little faster. But then I had to go to like 150 grit to take the scratches out. And now I'm still working with 150 grit to try to get it nice and smooth, getting any of the little scratches from the flap wheel, and then go to a finer sandpaper, and then even a finer sandpaper. I mean, if I went with thinner aluminum, it would have bent nicer, and then it wouldn't have made so many dents, but then it also would be a thinner aluminum, not quite as strong. This is nice and strong. So if I give it a good sanding and then like a polish after, it'll look really nice, and it'll last. So after sanding on it for the last hour probably or something, I got it pretty good now. It's pretty flat. I got most of the scratches out. I think it looks pretty good overall. I still got to sand a little bit here because I used the flap disc on here at first, so it's got some rough spots. I mean, most of that you probably wouldn't notice, but I mean, from standing like at this position, you couldn't see any of those little dents, low spots. But if you kind of stood over here, you could see them. So I really wanted to clean that up. That's still with the 100 grit. So next I'm going to sand it with some finer sandpaper. And then, I don't know, I might just leave it kind of a brush finish look like that. The only thing is I think it would fingerprint really easy. So I don't know, maybe I could clear coat it afterwards, something like that. But we'll see. I'm just going to get to the next level of sanding, and then we'll see how it looks. I sanded with 100, then 150, then 220, then 400. So I think it turned out pretty good. It's pretty smooth, pretty shiny as is. Most likely I will just clear coat it and leave it in this color because it matches the radiator. That looks really nice. Most likely once I have the car apart to paint everything, core support and all that, I will probably sand it a little bit more, you know, just make sure it's all good. And then, like I said, I'll probably put a clear coat on there, something like that, so that fingerprints and, you know, that raw aluminum will get smudged really easy. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. It's definitely a lot nicer than the one that was on there. That one definitely had, I don't know, it just wasn't as nice as this. Plus, I'd done some modifications to it to fit that Taurus fan, which I'm not using anymore. These are the fans that I'm using, as I've showed you before. The next thing we're gonna do is I want to clean up this rusty area here. Could put in the sandblaster, but I'm kind of scared about sand getting into the electric motors. So Evaporust, who, if you've seen in the previous videos, some of the previous videos where we used the Evaporust product to remove rust, they also make a gel that you can like brush onto stuff like this and then cover it with a saran wrap or something and let it sit, and it will actually eat the rust. So Clayton's coming over in a little while. He's gonna bring it. It's at his house. He was using it. And then we're gonna do the fans with that and see what happens. And so it's a thick kind of gel. So what I'm gonna do with that stuff is I'm gonna brush it on the top of these electric motors here, both sides. And then I'll cover it with some saran wrap, and then I'll let it soak for a day. And then we'll peel it off and we'll see if it de-rusts it. All right, so now you can see it's all gooped up. The stuff is like snot, super thick. So it just kind of lays on there. I am going to take a little bit of saran wrap, cover them up, and then we'll let it soak probably overnight, and then we'll see what it does, if it actually takes the rust off good. And then if so, we'll clean them up a bit, paint them, and then Clayton's making the little spacers that are gonna get welded on to the radiator for that, and we'll get that done next time. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll check you later.